So today I'm going to be taking you through general preparatory tips to prepare you towards this conversation that I've been talking about. If you're new to me, you don't know me, my name is Okwemi Makonjola. I am a sexual reproductive health consultant. I'll be putting you through tips to prepare you towards these kind of conversations. So my first tip, have a family value system. And this basically means have like a set of values or principles that you agree with your partner regarding like things that will be going on in your family. So let's say, for example, let's highlight sex. So a family value system around sex can be in family A might say, oh, in our family, no sex till marriage. That is a type of family value system. Another family can be like, oh, in our family, just be careful. In another family, it might be, oh, wait till you find the right one. I hope you get my drift. So there are different family value systems regarding different subject matters. So for a family value system might be, this house is a no alcohol house, no drinking zone house, totally. The most important thing about a family value system is that you have to be in alignment and agreement with your partner. Whether your wife or whoever is, maybe if you are a baby mama or a baby daddy, or you have a child together with somebody, it is extremely important that both of you agree on the family value system of whatever you're saying. It's going to cause a lot of chaos if one person has a system and the other person has a different system, because that child will end up playing both of you to their own advantage or disadvantage. So please, let's take note of this. Agree, whatever it is. Both of you might actually have different standpoints on something, but when it comes to your children, both of you have to agree and say, okay, yeah, I know on a personal note, I don't believe in this. For you, on a personal note, you might not fully be on board on this, but both of you have to meet each other halfway so that you can communicate in a unified voice to your children. I really hope that's clear. The second key point is that it's not just about the two of you agreeing. Anybody that has access to your children has to also align and be on board with your family value system. And this covers grandparents, uncles, cousins, even your caregivers, your nannies, your cleaner, the driver. Everybody has to be on board of your family value system. So an example is in my household, my family value system, one of the principles is you cannot watch an adult movie in front of my kids, or any movie that is not like a cartoon or rated general. Even rated general movies, I have to have known that movie before you watch it in front of my kids. And I tell the nanny, I tell whoever comes to sleep over, please do not watch so and so kind of movies in front of my kids. Even me, myself, I only watch cartoons around them so that we're safe. I don't want to be watching something, then something will now come up and I'll be explaining stories that touch. No. So that is why I tell people, anybody that lives with me knows that please watch cartoons I approve of in front of my children, or watch whatever you want to watch on your phone. So I hope we understand. Your children stay over in their grandparents' house. You need to tell your parents or your in-laws know what your principles are. Mommy, daddy, we don't allow our child to do XYZ. We don't allow that, so that everybody is on board. And so, you know, we Nigerians, we say it takes a village to raise a family or to raise a child. In this way, you are making sure that your village is in alignment with your principles. I hope this is clear. Another point, these points, I'm sure a lot of people are guilty, but anyways, do not lie. Do not lie. Nigerian parents can lie. I'm not part of you people. Nigerian parents can lie. So I had this conversation with a lot of people before I came up with these videos, and I asked, what was your sex education like with your parents? And all the girls there said, when I started my period, my parents said, if a man should just touch you like this, just like this, you get pregnant. And all of them, like the first few months when they became aware or became women, they were avoiding sitting close to boys because they don't want to get belly. But the day a guy held their hand, no pregnancy, 2 months, 3 months, they now started saying, our parents calmed us. Then after a while, they started doing like things that they shouldn't do. But as a parent, if you guide and say, okay, yeah, you just started your period, do you know you are now a woman? Now, like, there are consequences to this. If you have sex with a person, you can get pregnant. Say the truth and guide. As a parent, your role is to guide. tell her the truth and help them so that they can make informed decisions. But when you lie and they discover that this thing is a lie, they boboed me, they will now do whatever. So parents, I know it's scary. I know the reasons why Nigerian parents lie is so that you can protect them. But in the long run, you realize that you're actually not protecting. Just say it as it is. I remember my dad. My dad used to say, Okwe, sex is like an orange. An unripe orange will set an edge on your teeth. But if you wait for that orange to be ripe and you take it at the right time, then you'll be able to enjoy your orange very well. So a lot of times when I see an orange, I'll be laughing that, wait for the orange to be ripe. So as a parent, you can also create your own theme or your own kind of conversation vibe. For my dad, it was orange. Now, even when I'm a mom, I've born 2 children, I'm still looking at orange and I'm getting the message. So you too, you can coin your own thing, but please stop using lies and stop scaring them to protect them, because it always backfires. The other points, and these points, okay, let me just say it. This point is share your experience in a way that is beneficial to your children. Did you hear that point, beneficial to your children? So I know a lot of people have different pasts. Okay, today you are a Christian, but some years back, you were the Ogbologbo in sleeping with different women, king of the jungle. You were doing stuff as a babe. You were the babe that everybody knew. You were the hype of the party. You were that kind of person. And maybe you met Jesus and you changed your ways. Then you want to now start talking to your child. You may not have had the best of pasts, but when you are sharing your experience, don't say, those days, they knew me now. Once I learned, all the babes, left, right, center. Then tomorrow you now start saying, son, you know what? I would recommend that you keep yourself to the boy. If the guy is wearing glasses, will adjust and look at you and say, what is this man saying? So when you were doing left and right, babes, you now want me to now be pious or fall behind. So please, even if you had a past you're not proud of, there's a way you can coin lessons out of that past and say, see, there were things I did that I'm not proud of. And even share the consequences you suffered. And also share, okay, this is why I even had to change my ways. And remember that don't mistakenly forget your script, that it is to their benefits. Then tomorrow you now remember and come and form done again. Please just ensure that when you are reflecting to a past that you are not proud of, make sure you highlight the lessons. Focus on the lessons only. I hope this helps. Then another point is, so for example, if a child comes to you and says, mommy, what is this? So let's say, for example, a child says, mommy, is kissing bad? Don't first scatter and say, hey, this child has disgraced me. This child. You should be thanking God that this child is coming to you for advice. Don't push them away. Don't scare them. And when they come with those kind of questions, of course, because that kind of question is triggered by something that must have happened, ask them, sit down. Why are you asking that question? Or what happened that you're asking me this question? Something is usually behind the question. So don't scare them and say, hey, why are you asking me this question? And find out the background story behind it, because that is going to guide you on how you're going to answer that question. I hope this helps. So don't just, if a child comes, even if you don't scare them away, don't just answer the question, bang, is kissing bad? Kissing is very dangerous. Don't go that route. Find out what happened. Then you can now use that scenario to correct any notion that might be wrong or that might have played out in a way that will not help your child. The next point is invite more discussion. So, like I said, if you're a lucky parent that your child came to you to ask for advice, invite more conversation. Don't let it end there. Don't let it end at that conversation. And also, more importantly, find out if they got your message. And the only way you can find that out is ask for feedback. After you've done all the talk, you now say, what did you learn from what I said? Or what do you think, if you're in this situation, what do you do? Hearing their feedback makes you understand if they had a grasp of what you've been saying. Do you understand? So make sure that you find out what all the talk you've been talking, make sure that somehow it made sense. And when you hear the feedback and the feedback still does not reflect that they understand, explain again and again and again until they get it right. I really hope this helps. Start having family practices that encourage engagement. For a lot of people, Nigerians, it's like that our dining table is just furniture. We don't use it. Dining table is there. And we parents, in fact, many of us, daddies, you are watching football, you are eating your chicken in front of the TV. The dining table is abandoned. Start having practices around the dining table. I mean, that is a great conversation starter over dinner. You guys can have dinner, or you might have seen a video, or you might have seen somebody, maybe you picked your child from school and you're driving back home and you saw somebody doing something weird. You can raise it at the dining table so that you can start shaping your children's minds in a way that is not obvious, right? So another general preparatory tip that is important is sex education is not a one-off conversation. It's not a one-time thing that, oh, she started seeing her period, okay, let's have the talk. No, it should be a consistent conversation because your child is growing. Your child at age 2 is not your child at age 6. It's not your child at age 10. Things are changing, their bodies are changing, their way of thinking is changing, their emotions are changing. The way they felt about something maybe at 5 is not the way they will feel at 13. So you cannot just have one talk and say, this is the almighty talk, and that's it. No, continue to engage and use observation method to engage. Oh, you see your child doing something and you can pick up that item and say, oh, why are you doing this in a certain way? And you can guide from that point. Then the last point for this video is take advantage of certain scenarios. And I'm going to list them out for you. So there are different opportunities you can use to bond with your children. An example is picking up your child from school. That journey from school back home is a lot of times when we pick our children from school, for those who do that, we just say, how was school? Fine. Don't go that route. You can say, what happened in school today? That's the question with like a proper, let it be a conversation starter. Don't just say, how was school? Fine. And even when you hear fine, us too will just say, oh, okay, it's fine, it's fine. No, dig deep. A lot of times children go through a lot in schools and we do not know because we do not ask the right questions. So engage them. Also, for parents of toddlers, bath time is a perfect time to have conversations about their bodies. As you are bathing your child, you can say, this is your chest, this is your vagina, it's a private area, this place, oh, people can shake your hand. You can take advantage of those kind of moments and use those moments to educate. So don't worry, other videos are going to even break down these whole tips in ways that are age appropriate. So we'll be breaking this down in different age categories so that you can specifically talk to your children in a way that is not beyond their age or on their speaking. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.